Considering I made a showcase of Painter, I thought it would be cool to make a showcase of my other pressure 3D models and maybe in the future other 3D models I have in general. Now this is a showcase of Eyefestation, just a little thing to show what the model can do and things like that. The model itself is low poly, like most of the models I make. It's fairly simple, not the most complicated thing to make. Yeah, the eyes are slightly higher poly, mostly for better detailing and better clipping through the head mesh. There are a lot of tries in the head mesh just for consistency, so the quads don't turn into different kinds of tries when they bend. And again, so there was better clipping with the eyes. The teeth are pretty simple, just flat little things, and the body and the hook, all good. The texture again, not the biggest deal. Do some clipping masks for the eyes that glow, both in here and in here. Now, as far as the rig goes, this is the rig. Really only the head was made partly with Other Rig Pro's rigging stuff. The rest, including the eyes and the entirety of the tail, was made completely by hand. This big one is for the eye movements. This controls all the eyes, while these separate ones control different sides of the eyes and the head. And then there's of course more fine-tuning for individual eyes, if one wants to do that. The mouth, as per usual, can do mouth things, open and close, and in general, that's with Other Rig's Pro rig, face rig, really just the mouth. This big one is almost the whole thing, besides the roots. And then there's the tail. Again, the tail is completely handmade. This big controller there curls the entire thing, and then these slightly smaller controllers curl only parts of the tail, and this one at the end curls only the tail fin. You can also do the same thing with other fins, such as the dorsal fin and pectoral fins. Then there's the more fine-tuned tweaking of more specific things per se. It's a pretty simple rig, and I did have my concerns initially about if it was functional enough, because I'm not an animator, at least I haven't learned how to animate this yet. But I did manage to make an animation that was fairly convincing of the shark swimming. And while I feel like the tail has a little bit too much thrust, I think it looks very good. And I think if you get used to using the rig, it is actually pretty easy to use. There's an extra bone for the hook. And yeah, this is pretty much my Eyefestation model.